Welcome to Speak Fluent English Lab, where learning to speak fluent English feels simple and fun. I'm David.
Hi everyone, I'm Lena. Today we're diving into 10 powerful phrases that replace no and build ideas instead of crushing them. These phrases transform ordinary conversations into moments of connection and breakthrough thinking.
These work in meetings, brainstorms, and real moments that matter. They're called yes and techniques, and they sound modern, fluent, and genuinely caring. Every phrase keeps the conversation alive.
But first, thanks so much for watching and supporting us. You're amazing.
We're so happy you're here. Your every like drives our creativity to make more interesting English tips.
Please take 1 second to hit that like button.
And don't forget to subscribe. It genuinely helps our channel grow and lets us keep bringing you more fun, practical English tips.
Okay, here's what we're covering. 10 powerful phrases for energizing conversations, building momentum, validating ideas, and redirecting thinking strategically.
By the end of this, you'll have a toolkit that makes you sound like a leader. People will actually listen to you.
Part 1. These phrases wake conversations up when the energy dies.
You know that moment when the room goes quiet and nobody's engaged? These phrases literally change the game.
Our first one is brilliant. It gives people permission to think without limits. When you say this phrase, suddenly everyone starts smiling, throwing out ideas they've been holding back. The phrase, "What's the wildest version of this idea?"
It's like you flipped a switch in the room. The tension disappears, and people realize, oh, we're imagining here.
Right in a brainstorm, you ask this. Someone laughs and says, "Well, we could hire a billboard in Times Square. We could send drones." Suddenly, the energy shifts.
And here's what happens next. That wild idea might spark something real. Okay, not Times Square, but what about a guerrilla marketing campaign? Suddenly, you're back in momentum mode, and the conversation feels alive.
See? Wildness leads to ideas. Stiffness leads to silence.
Phrase 2 is something powerful. It removes the biggest objection people use to kill ideas. When you ask this, people suddenly feel like they can think freely.
Constraints kill creativity in the moment. What if you turn that off for 30 seconds?
That's where this phrase comes in. If that wasn't an issue, what would you try? For example, you say, if budget wasn't an issue, what would you try? Someone might say, if we had unlimited budget, I'd hire a celebrity to promote our brand. Maybe that's not realistic, but what's the core? They want big visibility and credibility.
It's amazing how quickly ideas flow when you remove barriers. The energy transforms because people feel like they can think big.
All right, we come to phrase 3. Now that energy is high, let's keep that momentum going.
Think about how it feels when someone actually agrees with your idea and adds to it.
This phrase does something beautiful. It gives genuine praise before you suggest something different. You're actually complimenting them, which makes them feel valued immediately. It is, I love that. What if we took it further by...
Someone says, "We should email our newsletter subscribers about the new feature." You respond, "I love that. What if we took it further by also creating a short video for social media? Watch the room light up. That's momentum."
They respond, oh yeah, actually, that could work really well. Suddenly, the idea got bigger, not smaller.
The phrase 4 is a great one because you're telling them their idea inspired you. Not that they were right or wrong, but that they sparked something in your mind.
It's expansion. You're building on their energy, not fighting against it. It is, that sparks another idea.
Someone suggests holding the team meeting online. You respond, that sparks another idea. What if we do a hybrid format so people can join however works best? You just made it more inclusive, more innovative.
They feel proud their suggestion led to something even better. That's the opposite of feeling shut down.
The phrase 5 sounds simple, but lands like you're an experienced strategist. When you say this, you're signaling, I'm taking your foundations seriously.
It's a phrase that respects their thinking while saying, I have something to add that will strengthen this. The phrase is, let's build on that.
A colleague suggests a new marketing campaign focused on Gen Z. You say, let's build on that. I'm wondering if we could also test with millennial audiences to expand our reach. You're not rejecting their target, you're expanding the scope.
They usually lean in. They get curious instead of defensive. Suddenly, you've got a conversation, not a confrontation.
Part 3. What if you don't fully agree? You can disagree and keep someone feeling respected.
Phrase 6 can definitely help. It says, I get your logic, but then asks for more information instead of shutting it down. You're being curious, and that changes everything. It is, I see where you're going, help me understand more about. Someone suggests hiring an intern instead of a full-time employee to save costs. You say, I see where you're going, help me understand more about how we'd handle the workload if they're only part-time. You're asking the question that makes them think deeper.
Either they refine the idea themselves, or they realize the challenge themselves. Either way, they don't feel rejected. They feel listened to.
They respond, oh, good point. Maybe we'd need them 3 days a week. Suddenly, they're problem-solving with you, not against you.
Phrase 7 changes the entire conversation from judgment to curiosity. When you ask this instead of giving your opinion, people relax and start explaining. It comes in, that's interesting. What led you to that idea? A team member suggests redesigning your website. Instead of thinking, that's going to be expensive, you ask, that's interesting. What led you to that idea?
They say, well, I've noticed our bounce rate is really high and the navigation feels confusing. Aha, now you see their real concern. Maybe you don't need a full redesign. Maybe you need to fix the navigation.
You're not shutting them down. You're understanding them. That's powerful.
Phrase 8 separates strategic thinkers from reactive people. It's not cynical. It's clarifying. It forces ideas into purpose instead of just action. It is, what problem does that solve?
Someone suggests we should do a podcast. Instead of saying we don't have time, you ask, what problem does that solve?
They respond, it would help us reach people who prefer audio content and position us as thought leaders. Now you've got real reasoning. You can discuss whether that's worth it.
Part 4. These phrases take ideas in a different direction without making the person feel wrong.
Phrase 9 is genius because instead of saying, no, let's do this instead, you're saying, what if we took your idea and mixed it with something else? It feels collaborative. You're building, not replacing. This is, what if we combined your idea with?
Someone suggests launching on Instagram first. You say, what if we combined your idea with launching a YouTube video at the same time to maximize visibility? You didn't reject Instagram, you added to it.
They light up. They think, oh, that actually makes sense. More reach, more angles. You didn't argue them out of their idea. You upgraded it.
The last one works like magic. When you say this, you're telling the other person their idea sparked something in your mind. That feels incredible. It is, that reminds me of another angle.
Someone suggests, we should write a blog post about our new feature. You respond, that reminds me of another angle. What if we also created a one-page infographic people could share on social media?
They usually respond positively. Oh yeah, that could work really well. You just added value without making them feel wrong. All right, you've got these powerful phrases now. Here's what I want you to do right now. Pick one phrase from today that resonated with you most.
Use it in your next team meeting, your next conversation, your next brainstorm. Actually use it, not tomorrow, next time you're talking to someone.
Come back and comment. Tell us which phrase you used and what happened. Did the conversation shift? We're dying to know.
If this episode helped you, please like this video. It genuinely helps us reach more people who want to sound fluent and confident in English.
And subscribe! Hit that subscribe button! We've got more episodes coming next week, and we're so excited to share them with you.
Thanks so much for watching Speak Fluent English Lab. Keep speaking fluent English. See you!